Watch The Bold and the Beautiful for even a day or two, and you'll hear mention of the good works that Taylor was doing in her years away from Los Angeles. You know, the good works that were so important that she missed Thomas' non-wedding to Zoe and Steffi's actual wedding to Finn, the birth of grandson Hayes, and the medical crisis that sent Thomas to second base with a mannequin. But what if Taylor wasn't actually off playing Mother Teresa? You'll recall that when the world-renowned psychiatrist took off, it wasn't long after she went so mental that she shot Bill for taking advantage of Steffi. Suppose she wasn't 100% better when she got the hell out of Dodge? Suppose her head wasn't screwed on as tightly as it is today, and while she was MIA, the recovering alcoholic was actually on the bender of all benders, partying the nights away with one handsome stranger after another. The men meant nothing to Taylor. She was just sticking band-aids on wounds inflicted over years on the merry-go-round with Ridge and Nick and Whip. But that doesn't mean that she also meant nothing to all of them. One in particular, let's call him Derek Wells, fell head over heels in love with her. Or was it obsession? He'd say the former, she the latter, which is why she'd be so concerned when he tracked her down and lay first and foremost. Taylor would have a tough time explaining to her family how she came to know Shady Derek. Only Brooke would get the real story out of her. That Taylor and Derek had had a tempestuous fling. It was passionate, it was exciting, but it also frightened her. He frightened her. So she'd moved on without ever telling him goodbye, hoping that that would be the end of that. Derek isn't angry. He enjoys a good game of chase, he tells Taylor. He's even amused that she'd used a fake name with him, made finding her a delightful challenge. Though she insists that they won't be picking up where they left off, he wagers that she'll change her mind, and she'll have plenty of time to do so, because he's relocated his base of operations to Lay, unaware that Derek is a drug lord. Steffi and Thomas would encourage their mom to have some fun with this guy who is clearly crazy about her. Brooke, on the other hand, would try to warn off Derek, and perhaps fall under his spell herself. Would Taylor be able to resist the temptation to fall back into a relationship that was so hot, she feared it would burn her from the inside out? Would Brooke get swept into an affair with a new Mr. Wrong? And how long would it take for Derek to involve susceptible Deacon into his dirty dealings?